Imagine taking what most people would call a useless pruned branch and turning it into not one, but 5 future fruit-bearing guava trees. That is exactly what I am going to show you today. In this video, we are starting with a single guava cutting from a healthy, productive mother tree, and I will walk you step by step through the exact process I use to multiply it into a mini orchard at home without spending a single penny at the nursery. If you have ever tried growing guava from seed and got tired of waiting 5 to 8 years for decent fruit, or if your cuttings kept rotting, drying out, or just sitting there doing absolutely nothing, stay with me. I'm going to share the small, critical details that make the big difference between a dead stick and a thriving tree. Choosing the right type of wood, preparing the cuttings with surgical precision, using simple rooting boosters you likely have at home, and creating a humid environment that forces the plant to root. You do not need a big backyard or fancy greenhouse tools, just a sharp pair of pruners, some basic potting mix, and a bit of patience. By the end of this video, you will know how to confidently turn one branch into multiple clones of your favorite guava tree, each one capable of producing the same sweet, juicy fruit you love in record time. So, grab your gardening gloves and let's head over to the mother tree to start transforming this single piece of garden waste into 5 future guava trees. The 5-step process. Step 1. Selecting the perfect mother branch. First, we are going to choose the right guava branch because this one decision is the foundation of the entire project. If you pick the wrong wood, no amount of care later will save it. Come with me to the mother tree and let's look closely. You want to avoid the very soft, flexible green tips. Those are too young, full of nitrogen, and usually rot in the soil before they can ever form roots. On the other hand, you also do not want the very old, thick, gray, or cracked wood. That wood is too hard and takes forever to push out new root tissue. What we are strictly looking for is semi-hardwood. This is wood that is firm, slightly brownish-green, and about the thickness of your pencil or your little finger. Look for a branch that has been growing for about 6 months with healthy leaves and absolutely no signs of disease or pests like scale or mealybugs. Ideally, choose a branch close to where the tree has fruited before, as this tells you the cellular structure is productive. I'm going to cut a section about 30 to 40 centimeters long, 12 to 16 inches. Before I cut, notice that I am wiping my pruners with alcohol. This sanitation is crucial so we don't introduce any infection to the mother tree or our new cuttings. I'll make a clean cut just above a leaf node so the mother tree can heal easily. And then we'll take this single cutting to our work table. Step 2. The surgery. Preparing and dividing. Now that we have our mother branch on the table, it's time to perform the surgery to turn it into multiple viable plants. Lay the branch down so you can see all the leaf nodes clearly, those little bumps or joints where leaves or side shoots emerge. Each of our new cuttings needs at least 2, ideally 3 nodes, because roots and new shoots will emerge specifically from these active points. We are going to cut this long branch into 5 smaller sections. Here's the most critical rule. Orientation matters. You must know which way is up. To ensure this, we use a specific cutting technique. Make your cut at the bottom of each section at a sharp 45-degree angle. This slanted cut increases the surface area for water absorption and root development. At the top of that piece, cut straight across, a flat cut. This visual code tells you instantly that flat is top and slanted is bottom, so you never plant them upside down, which would kill them. Repeat this until you have 5 pieces. Next, strip off almost all leaves. Leaves are water pumps, and since these cuttings have no roots to suck up water, big leaves will dehydrate the stick rapidly. I leave only 1 or 2 small leaves at the very top, and I even cut those leaves in half with scissors. This reduces surface area while keeping just enough green for photosynthesis to power root growth.
Step 3. The secret sauce: wounding and hormone. With our 5 cuttings prepared, the next step is to chemically signal them to grow roots instead of rotting. We do this with 2 techniques, wounding and hormone application. Pick up 1 cutting and look at the lower 2 to 3 centimeters, about an inch, of the stem near the slanted cut. Using a clean knife or the sharp edge of your pruners, I want you to very gently scrape away a thin vertical strip of the outer bark. You are not trying to slice the stem, just expose the bright green cambium layer underneath. This wounding stresses the plant slightly, causing it to send natural healing auxins to that spot, which triggers root formation. Once you have wounded all 5, it is time for the rooting hormone. You can use a commercial rooting powder, indole 3-butyric acid, which is very effective, or natural alternatives like fresh aloe vera gel or cinnamon powder if you want to stay organic. Dip the slanted bottom of the cutting into water first, shake off the excess, and then dip it into the hormone powder so the bottom inch is coated. Tap the stick against the jar to knock off extra powder. You only need a fine dusting, not a thick cake. If you use too much, it can actually burn the tissue. Do this for all 5 cuttings, setting them aside carefully so the powder doesn't rub off. We have now effectively programmed these sticks to become roots. Step 4. The soil mix and planting technique. Now we need to give these cuttings a home. Guava cuttings are very susceptible to rot, so regular heavy garden soil will fail. We need a mix that drains water instantly but holds humidity. I recommend a mix of 50% coarse sand or perlite and 50% coconut coir or peat moss. This mixture is sterile and airy. Avoid using compost or manure at this stage, as the bacteria can attack the open wound of the cutting. Fill your small pots with this mix and water it until it is damp but not dripping. Here's a pro tip. Never just jam the cutting into the soil. Pushing it in will wipe off all that rooting hormone we just applied. Instead, take a chopstick or a pencil and poke a pilot hole into the soil first. Slide your cutting gently into this hole, burying at least 1 or 2 nodes beneath the surface. Then use your fingers to press the soil firmly around the stem. You want to eliminate air pockets so the stem is in direct contact with the moist medium. If the cutting wobbles, roots won't form. Repeat this for all 5 pots. Space them out if they're in a tray so they have breathing room. At this point, you have done the hard work, but the next step is what keeps them alive.
Step 5. The mini greenhouse and the waiting game. The final and most important step is creating a microclimate. Guava cuttings don't usually die from dry soil, they die from dry air. Because they have no roots, they cannot replace the moisture they lose to the air. To fix this, we build a mini greenhouse. You can take a clear plastic bottle, cut the bottom off, and place it like a dome over each pot. Alternatively, place the whole pot inside a clear plastic bag and seal it. This traps humidity, keeping the air around the leaves at 90 to 100% moisture, which prevents the cutting from drying out while it focuses on making roots. Place your covered pots in a warm, bright spot, but, and this is crucial, never in direct sunlight. Direct sun will turn that plastic dome into an oven and cook your plants in an hour. Bright shade or a windowsill that gets only morning light is perfect. Now the hardest part, waiting. Do not pull the cuttings out to check for roots. This breaks the delicate new root hairs. Watch for condensation on the plastic. That means it's working. After about 4 to 6 weeks, you will see new green buds breaking through the nodes. This is a great sign, but it doesn't mean you have roots yet. Wait at least 8 to 10 weeks before you even think about removing the humidity dome. Patience is the secret ingredient here. The reveal and results. It has now been about 12 weeks since we started this experiment, and it is time for the moment of truth. The cuttings have pushed out significant new green leaves, which is a fantastic visual sign, but the real proof lies beneath the soil. If we did everything right, the energy from the branch should have converted into a root system. I'm going to carefully tip this first pot over and slide the root ball out to show you exactly what is happening. You have to be gentle here. New roots are fragile and can snap easily. Action, tapping pot, and sliding out soil. Look at that! You can see thick, healthy white roots circling the bottom of the soil block. This is no longer just a stick. This is a self-sustaining, independent plant. We have successfully transformed that single piece of wood into a viable tree. I will do this for the other pots quickly just to check. And yes, look at this! Out of 5 cuttings, we have 5 successful root systems. This 100% success rate proves that with the right preparation, wounding the stem, using the right soil mix, and maintaining humidity, you can replicate your favorite fruit trees reliably. These roots are vigorous and ready to be up-potted into larger containers. Remember, because these are clones, they are genetically identical to the mother tree, meaning they will produce the exact same high-quality fruit, likely within just 1 to 2 years.
So there you have it, friend. We took one single branch that most gardeners would have in the compost pile, turned into 5 brand new guava tree. If I had bought these saplings at the local nursery, they would have cost me at least $25 to $30 each. That is over $150 of the value created for free. Right here on the patio, this method worked because they respected the plant biology. We give in the humidity. We give it the right soil structure. We give it time to heal. I really hope this video encourage you to go out into garden and try propagating your own fruit tree. It is hand down one of the most rewarding skill you can learn and gardener. If you enjoyed this tutorial and want to see more practical gardening tips, please hit the like button. Real helps fresh garden answers grow that reach out more gardeners like you. And let me know the comment with what fruit there are the struggling propagate. Maybe we can tackle that in the next video. Don't forget like and subscribe, ring the bell icon. You don't miss out the future harvest. Thanks for watching. Happy planting.